Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Order of Narvosc. This is session 42, Back into the Fray. We hope you enjoy.
Last session, we were heading towards Sydonea, and as we were making our way there, Beltov tells us that if he says to run, we run. We leave it and go. He shows us a couple hand signals to kind of communicate with each other. And Ro gives us order pins, so I guess we can blend in. And then we are heading towards Sydonea, and we get a shift. And as we shift, we smell the sweet scent of the Feywild. We hear laughter, and it's warm, and there's Fey creatures all around us that are celebrating the Verdant Jubilee, which is the first day of summer in the Summer Court. And we see V dancing, we see entertainers, bands, there's a knife show, there's gambling, there's a tarot reader. And we all head over to the games and play some Horindo. And then we head over to the tavern, and there was a drinking contest that everyone, I think literally everyone in the party except for Velphie went into. And everyone ended up drunk. And Velphie was kind of gathering people up, and we all congregated in front of the tarot booth, or the tarot reader, and Ruby, Velphie, and Quirin, I believe, all got their fortunes read. And then after that, I think Ruby and Velphie started to dance. I can't remember what everyone else did. I think they were just watching. And then we shifted back into Shadowfen, and I believe we were about to continue our way back to Sydonea.
Yes, perfect. You all have shifted back to your plane. You see Beltov in the distance. Ro is sitting next to a tree. You all have shifted, or had shifted, pretty early this morning. Maybe 11, 12 p.m. The sun has set here. You all have lost a day of travel. As it is now nightfall, and even though you all kind of just woke up, it is time to kind of bunk down for the evening. What all are you doing?
Those of us who became inebriated, are we still feeling the effects of that?
Yes, because you all got drunk about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I imagine what Friedrich is doing is sitting down on a log or a stump or something while the world spins.
Ruby just has a pile of little twigs, and she's like breaking them into small pieces and just like tossing them into the fire to just see the little sparks and change of flame.
I think Quirin is just wandering a little bit, trying to find another furry companion to talk to.
As you are wandering trying to find a furry companion, you do find a little squirrel.
Can you try and just grab it? Just pick it up?
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Nope, that was a D10. Whoops.
At disadvantage, because you are still drunk.
Oh, man! Oh, well. Oh, it's still at 21.
Okay, you managed to snatch it, and you just hear as it just starts chittering at you. It is angry. It doesn't like this.
He just grabs it and just holds it and just smiles at it. You don't talk, do you? Oh. Puts it down and just continues. Just drops it and okay, bye.
As it just continues, that noise is staring at you now.
Gah. You're not as nice as the other one.
Is Quirin talking out loud during all this?
Yeah, this is
Like in
all-
common?
Yeah. Yeah. He has no volume control when he's little. Okay, what? What? I set you down. What do you want? Okay, see, the other one spoke. You don't speak. You just make noises.
And it just continues making noises at you.
He'll start walking away.
You're able to do so. It does not
Okay.
follow. It just still is like
Okay.
squeaking.
I think he'll slowly walk back to the party and just every now and then he's like looking over his shoulder to see if this thing is following.
From like a distance.
And he'll just walk back to the party. There's no talkative animals. I'm not as friendly.
I've talked to an animal.
What? Like recently?
I don't remember. What day is it?
You did not talk to Beatrice today.
I also don't know if Friedrich would even remember that anyway.
I don't know. Ruby, what day is it?
Today.
Astute.
She's not wrong.
It was a bad idea to drink so much. I don't know why I thought there wouldn't be a consequence.
It was all fun, you know? Just needed a little bit to get loose after everything.
Right. Very loose after everything. And now we know there's consequences that if you drink in a shift, you're drunk out of the shift.
Very loose. Wouldn't that be cool if you could just get smashed and then shift?
Well, we did.
But then it went with the shift and you came back unsmashed.
There's a word for that. Yeah, there's a word for that.
Not ringing any bells right now.
Hmm. Sober.
Yes, please. Well, I don't plan on moving much more this evening. I don't know about the rest of you.
I think we've all kind of settled down at this point. I assume we can see Beltoff and Ro nearby.
Ro is pretty close. Beltov is making his way back over.
So do you all know what's going to happen in the future now?
I think I was given clues. I don't know if the future is so set, but clues and decisions to be made, I think. Even though I know a bit
Sad ones, bad
more.
ones.
I mean,
Sad?
there's hope. There's hope that some of them could be good, but I mean, who knows how things will play out?
Let's hope they're good.
I mean, was everyone else as good?
Not everyone answer at once.
I'm starting to feel mine was the only one with hope.
I mean, mine wasn't like all. It wasn't bad news. For the most. Yeah.
Not bad news is good news, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just confused. You know, when your life is all in one straight line, and even though you don't understand it, it's a straight line, and then it doesn't go in a straight line, and then everyone tells you that the entire time you thought you were on a line and then you weren't. Does that make sense? Like the way you thought your life was. It's not. But you don't know any other life.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I felt like that a little bit.
Yeah. Feeling like we're on a path and suddenly there's nowhere else to go but in a zigzag, I guess.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not the path you once saw yourself on.
I don't think any of us could say we expected every turn of life, so...
Well, I think just from the patterns, the Sphinx, and the gifts, and then that woman, I think it's good if I start listening to the voices and letting them help me. And you see her kind of begin to shut down, and she's just kind of talking into the flames. I don't want what happened with Carver to happen again. I don't want what happened with Carver to happen again. I would rather go in a zigzag.
Who's Carver?
I was still just staring into the flames. You know, hags aren't overly affectionate. So when Mother found Carver, well, he bought me. I think it was a decent amount of coin. But I thought he was a good man. He was, well, enthusiastic, and I liked his son, Van. But do you guys, you all know bad people, right?
Too many.
Yeah.
Did you know they were bad when you met them?
Not usually. Not in my experience. Sometimes not until it's too late.
So it's something that happens to people. It's what happened to me. I didn't know that he was bad. He was very bad. He had this business and it was sinister. It took me too long to realize what he and Van were up to. He told me I would make people feel better. And he told me I was serving a purpose. And he told me that I brought hope. And his business was this. We would go to funerals and rites of the dead. You know, where people mourn and they share their slightly preserved corpses with anyone who would want to say a final goodbye. And it's a strange ritual, but a lot that people here observe. And we would also observe, and then later I would change. I would change into the dead person. Carver said it helped, and I would show up at that poor family's door to offer a farewell. And there were so many tears and often confessions. Things that sometimes were nice to hear, sometimes they weren't. But see, people need that kind of thing, I guess. Like for some reason they held onto their words to go stale while that person was living. And Carver had a really good reputation because whenever we would come to town, it was like a blessing. And people would know, and they would usher in all this hope for the grieving. But then, well, a priest died. A priest to the god of death. And I didn't know much about gods. I didn't pay attention. We did our usual song and dance. And I showed up the priest at the temple, and I said farewell to some folks in pretty devout manner. And to be honest, I don't even remember his name. It's just the night when I realized it was all bad, and that he was bad, and that I was doing bad things. When I changed back from the priest, I heard his voice. Not the priest, the god of death. And it was like an icy river. He said, swindler, cheat, defiler, a mask of deceit. I should have known that a god of death would like balance. And I guess I did something to disrupt that balance, or at least Carver and I did. And that's when all the whispers started. And they called me really bad names at first. So I ran to find Carver and to find Van. Van, I guess most of the time he just sat and watched. I don't think he did very much. I don't think he's like this now. But I found Carver and he was counting his coin and he was talking to himself. An amount of coin that I've never seen before. I'd never seen him with a purse this large. And I told him I was hearing voices. And he was angry. And he has said he knew I only had a good few years before I defaulted. He said I was crazy and losing my mind. And he said he didn't have any need for me, that I was all used up. And then he came at me with a knife. And then there was blood. Something slashed across his chest and across his throat. And it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Something got him. And if it was necrosis, I guess I'm grateful, but I didn't kill him. And I don't know what did. And that's when I left. And I ran and I saw Van and I tried to tell him, but he was confused and I just couldn't look at his face. It was his dad. It was his dad. He tried to tell me what the whole business was about, but I barely remember any of it. All I could hear were the voices, and all I could see was the blood. But it was probably the most emotion I had ever felt because it was mine. I didn't have to change into anyone. I didn't have to hear what other people were feeling. I got to feel it. It's like my heart burst. And then I just went. And then I ended up, well, with all of you. I did my missions and I reported back, and now everything is coming and there's answers. I thought it would be helpful, to offer to change into people, but it never feels right. It's always good for people to be able to say goodbye or to talk things out, but the Sphinx, the woman, think they just really want me to like being me. But it's hard. And she gives a little hiccup and throws another stick. It's just hard when you feel like you don't want to be useless. I want to be useful. I do. I want to be good. And she'll just lean her head over on Velphie's shoulder.
Velphie will very, comforting, just wrap her arm around your shoulder and just, rub a little bit, comforting rubs. gone through so much.
I think everyone has. She'll do like a scan of the group.
It's true, we're not all without our demons.
I am sorry, Velphie, that I didn't offer to let you say goodbye to your dad. But I can't.
That's... I don't... I said my goodbyes. And I don't... If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. No one here is going to force you to do that.
I know. This is a good group of people. But the Sphinx, I think they also showed me my dad. And I didn't know I really had one, but he had to have been. His drawing looks like me. So as pieces come together, it's only gonna be happy. It has to be.
Has to be.
Does being drunk always make everyone cry?
Guess it depends. Some people are sad drunks. Some people are angry drunks. Some people get overly affectionate.
I think I'm a sad one.
I think it depends on what you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
It sort of opens the bottle of whatever we've been bottling up recently.
Opens the bottle.
It's a terrible metaphor for drinking, but are you where you want to be right now, doing what you want to be doing?
Well, sometimes I do wish that there was a little less conflict. But I don't think that's the world we live in. So maybe when we're done, people can just be happy and not worry about, crystals full of souls and the people in your head and shifting to worlds where eyeballs attack you.
It's a lovely vision to have. It's, when I kind of feel lost, that's kind of what I think about, is making a better future.
It just, Ruby, it sounds like for so long you've just had to be what someone else wants you to be or expects you to be. And do you feel like now you get to choose?
Yeah. I think so. C-Pair said I didn't have to stay, but I chose to stay. I chose to help. And now that I know more about necrosis, it's easier to feel like I can use it. I can use it. That they want to help.
Well, I'm glad you chose to. Because that means we're all here in the woods together. And now things don't seem so bad.
I know. Do you think if we had brought the alcohol with us, it would have come too? Because now I kind of feel like I want another drink
Oh, we should have tried.
next time.
I don't know. What I was drinking started to smell very foul. Maybe it was just me. I have a bit of a weak stomach.
No, it got there. You're not alone with that. Ruby, that kid you mentioned, the Van? Van?
Van,
What happened to him?
I left. I left while he was just trying to explain everything to me. It's hard to... And you see her stop. It's hard to look someone in the eye when you feel so guilty about something. And you may recall Ruby's dance partner and how she couldn't look up at them.
Question, GM, so I don't want to meta here. As players, we know that Ruby, you were dancing with Van, right? But as player characters, we couldn't see who each of us was dancing with.
Nope, you all saw specters. You have no idea who each other's dance partners were.
But you could see people's body language.
Mm-hmm.
Could we put two and two together then if we knew that Ruby wasn't watching her partner and then she just said it's difficult to look someone in the eye?
With that, Ruby, are you kind of insinuating that they would know?
I think she's thinking like, oh, I saw Van. So I think she's thinking like, oh, they probably know it was him, but maybe, yeah.
Okay. Roll me an insight. And we're going to say the DV's rather low.
Good, because so is my insight score. 21.
With that high of a roll, yeah, you're able to put two and two together.
Did this Van happen to, like, shorter, brown, curly hair, beard of some sort?
I don't remember a beard, but yes, his hair was brown and a little bit long, a little curly.
I'm just trying to remember. There was a... Before getting to Limbo, there was a group that I was with that we split ways, but right before we split ways, there was a van by that same description headed to Sydonea.
Oh.
I don't know
Okay.
many vans
Going?
or ones that look like him, but that was a couple months ago, maybe.
Well, I don't know how I feel about that. Was he okay?
He seemed it. I didn't really interact much. Didn't spend a whole lot of time. I just know he was there. I say that with the story and just like warning to prepare. I don't know. I mean, it could be a totally different van. Who knows?
Okay. Thank you, Quirin. Oh, no.
What would happen if you do see him? If he's still there?
I think the good person thing to do would be to apologize.
But what do you want to do?
I want to hide. I think about it and I don't know how to face him. Or what he had to do after. I'm sure I'm different. I guess we'll see.
Who knows? It might be a different guy. There's a lot of people. Might not be him.
There's so many people.
Yeah.
Are we heading into Sydonea?
Yeah.
Back when Sydonea was how it was before, or since the attack?
How it was before. They thought it was they thought it was safer.
Oh. Oh.
Do I recognize the name Van?
You do not.
Because to my knowledge, before the attack, you only got outside of the city if you were an Order member.
Correct.
Clearly that wasn't true, but that's what I thought was the case.
Correct. Everybody within the walls was told no one else outside the walls existed.
And I think I'd share that same thing. It's, obviously I'm a bit wiser now, but back then I believed that couldn't leave or enter unless you were in the Order. But it doesn't sound like they were returning. It sounds like they were heading there for the first time, so...
Well, people got in. I got a message from one of them that it was a good place. I doubt they would have sent that if they were looking at the wall.
Well, I mean, what are the chances we run into this person going in there? It seems so small, right? Unless you want to, then we can try to find them.
Well, now I don't know if he's alive or dead. I think I would like to know if he was alive. I didn't really question it before. What, Velphie?
I can send a message if you'd like. Try at least. Only if you want it, though.
Hey, hang on. And she'll army crawl over to Beltov's pack and find his flask. Army crawl back to Velphie. Take a big swig. Hand it over. Okay, yeah, we can try.
Okay, yeah. What do you want to say?
So with sending, Velphie, you don't know this person. Ruby, you do. Can you give us a description of what Van looks like? A little bit about the personality. And that way Velphie will know Van better in order to try to send this message.
She goes to her pack and gets out the book with her sketches. She has a sketch of Van and a few other like bits and pieces, like tallies of games that they've played together where for the most part he usually won. There's like little like notes back and forth to one another, probably like written when they were supposed to be being quiet. And it's like at the very like front of the notebook.
And do you show everybody that sketch? Or just Velphie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And with that description and getting to know Van a little bit better, you are able to try and send ascending. What do you want to say?
Anything in particular that you want me to mention?
I don't know if it's a good idea to mention me. I don't know his disposition. Quirin, is there anything you would like to say?
I mean, you knew him better than I. I just crossed paths. I don't think I have anything to add.
All right, I think what Quirin meant to say is we crossed paths once. Let's, I don't know. And she'll take another swig of the flask. Meet up again, need the group back. Huh? Whew.
Yeah, I think that's really good.
Okay, so just tell Van that I'm with Quirin and Quirin wants to meet up again.
Yeah.
This is none of my business, of course, but my tongue's a bit loose as well as everyone else's, and now my mind is curious. So you met this person in passing, Quirin? Were you close?
No. I mean, in proximity, but we didn't talk.
I guess I mean socially, not physically close. Socially, like you.
Oh,
so
that
it's
sounded
just
really
like-
weird.
I'm not good at choosing words in my current state. And again, don't let this dissuade you. I'm just curious. Ruby, you know this person well. Quirin, you met this person in passing, like on the street one day. And
yeah,
you're
we never played games or anything.
you're gonna message him just to check in and just say like, hello. Again, this is not meant to dissuade anyone. I feel like I'm missing something, and saying it out loud helps me.
I just care a lot about him. We just say that. We'll go with that. That's
Of course.
who doesn't want to connect with someone you knew for like 30 seconds, right? So
Perhaps it could have been more, and you'll never know unless you try. Maybe he likes trying to speak with animals. Okay, I'll be quiet now. I just wanted to clear that bit up for myself.
I know
Sure.
it's not the most logical, but I don't think alcohol makes me brave.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes alcohol makes people too brave. And there is a blurry line between brave and reckless.
I mean, at the very least, he and I we're a little more neutral. We don't have much background, so it's maybe a positive response. Yeah, right, Ruby? You think that's I think it's good.
Right, you didn't kill his father, so. I mean, neither did, but it probably looked like it.
Yeah. Send it.
Velphie will look at Ruby, just kind of like are you sure you want it? You want this?
It's almost like seeing, it's like seeing someone who is frozen and kind of sees like one way to do something where it's just like you can tell she's having an internal battle but doesn't know how to like solve the issue of what if he hates me. And
If
she'll
it
kind of
come-
whisper that too. Yeah, she'll whisper that too, like, what if he hates me?
Okay. Well, he won't know where you are. And if you would prefer to never contact him again, then we don't have to.
And he won't know how to find me from the sending.
As far as I know, I'm not sure that's something that can be tracked. I could just toss your name in there. Say, Van, I'm with Quirin and Ruby. Did you make it to Sydonea?
Be smart, Velphie.
Is that good?
Because there's lots of people, right? Quirin, there's lots of people. It could be any Ruby, but then you get to see how he reacts.
Oh, so many people.
Okay. And Velphie will... She'll just kind of shut her eyes and cast Sending, and she'll say, Hey, Van. I'm with Ruby and Quirin. Wondering if you made it to Sydonea safely. I think that, yeah.
Okay. You feel your magic, that same normal sending, take off. Roll me an Arcana check.
Quana. Natural 20 plus 2.
Okay, with a natural 20, you've been trying to send sendings, and they have not been getting through.
Mhm.
It feels the same way.
So there's a block.
With a natural 20, something is blocking sendings.
Okay. Well, I tried. And I've been trying for the last several days since we left to send messages to Antir, and nothing has gone through, and neither has this one. I think they've done something where they've managed to block sendings from going into Sydonea.
Do you think it would be different if we tried to send one when we're inside?
It's possible. It might be a bubble. I can try again when we get inside.
It's just an idea. I've never been there. I don't know how these things work.
I mean, before they worked inside and outside. But
Maybe they've taken further steps to lock down the city.
yeah. But the fact that it didn't go through could mean that he's still there.
And on tier 2.
Yeah.
I guess that means when we go inside, we can't send it out, maybe?
I would imagine it would work that way. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out.
Right.
GM,
Yes,
do I still have the sending stone to see Pear?
you do.
I have a sending stone to see Pear. I know see Pear's not in Sydonea, but maybe we can use this to test what all they've done to restrict things magically.
See if it works, yeah?
Yeah. It's probably not just sending, there might be other stuff.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Beltov will chime up at this point. If you're worried about sendings going through to Sydonea, don't you all know someone else in Sydonea you could send a sending to test it?
True. We could try Seraphina.
Or Timville.
And they're still nice. The other people that you've been acquaintances with, they haven't been that nice. Sorry, Ro.
He gives a shrug.
Nice is not the first word I would choose for Seraphina, though not the opposite either. Mysterious.
Velphie.
When Velphie sent the sending to Timville, that was before. That was like way before, right?
That was like a day or two after everything happened.
Okay, so probably wouldn't have been in lockdown yet?
He mentioned everybody had been taken down to the underground.
Okay. Well, I did manage to get a message to Timville a few days after everything happened, and he said that everyone was taken to the underground. I could try him again. If we don't like the idea of Seraphina, try Loot, if he's still there.
As odd as it may sound, I think I trust Seraphina the most. Just me, though, and I'm not the one sending. It's beyond my capabilities.
Well, Seraphina is one of my contacts.
And you trust her?
Yes, because she could very easily kill us all if she wanted to, so. She has all the information in Sydonea. She could easily sell it.
So, shall I try Seraphina?
If we think it's going to be dangerous there, then send it to someone we trust. And if that's her, then I would say so.
Okay. Anything in particular that I should mention? Testing sendings and... could ask her if she's seen Violet. Velphie will look at Ro.
Hearing Violet's name, he perks up, and he's just watching intently, very quickly sobered.
She may know. She knows a lot. You can ask how she's doing. She'll probably respond with a riddle.
Well, she actually likes being asked how she's doing. I found that out. So, I think that's a good way to lead. So, okay, I'll try Seraphina then, if we're all in agreement.
Fine with me.
Okay. Velphie will close her eyes again and cast Sending to Seraphina. It's Velphie. Hope you're okay. Testing sendings. Have you seen Violet? Or see Pear?
Hold on 1 second while I figure out how to answer that.
Okay.
Ooh, that's ominous.
I'm wonderful. Supposed to see you shortly. Violet is a new servant at Pleasures. Vampires get what they are owed. How many words was that? Okay, I think that was 15. See, Pear. Heard that one got caught.
Well, it worked. I got through to Seraphina. She said that, and she looks at Ro. Violet is a servant at Pleasures, and that vampires get what they're owed.
You see smoke coming from his nostrils. Roll me an insight.
Natural 20 plus 4.
With a natural 20, you see anger, you do not see shock. He already knew that.
Maybe this is the alcohol talking. I'm not typically this violent. But I remember when vampires attacked us. And now I feel much more capable. And I hope we meet them again.
Me too. I think we could take them. We've got a solid group of people.
I just needed to Again, I'm not typically violent. I'm a pacifist.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Mostly.
95%.
She also said that Super was caught, which to me implies that they don't know that it's not Super yet.
I would agree. If Seraphina doesn't know, I don't think anyone does.
That was really nice of her to tell you.
Oh, I asked. She's doing wonderful, by the way.
And did she get any inkling of wanting to kill us? And then his head slowly turns the belt off. Trust is good?
She was her usual eclectic self, which is comforting.
Enough for me, I suppose.
She's wanted to kill me plenty of times and hasn't. So, I trust her.
Why has she wanted to kill you?
I'm annoying.
Oh. Well. Hopefully the situation has changed.
Then just don't annoy her when we're there, please. Be good not to have any scuffles.
He just kind of gives you a look.
Well, we have our plan then for tomorrow.
Go in, and then
And then straight to pleasures, straight to the underground, at least.
well, I think Beltov said that it takes us out on layer 13, right?
I'm trying to remember if he said that. I don't remember, so yeah.
I have it in the notes, so it's
History check, Beltov. Well, good. Even better. We'll start where we need to be, or close.
okay. We enter and we go to pleasures.
For business, not pleasure. I'm sorry. Well, it's been lovely spending the day with you all. And I feel like I'm getting to know you all a bit better. It's nice. It's tragic what people have been through, but it's nice to be here with you all, currently. Reminds me that what you've been through doesn't define what you can be.
Wise words.
Well, I can take first watch. Beltov looks too tired.
He just gives this little knowing smirk.
Well, I can do watch number 2 then. And 3, if needed.
I can help. I probably need to sleep this off a little bit. I'll just wake up early. And Friedrich's going to start settling down, getting things set, holding on to the earth because it's still spinning.
And Quirin will get up and start doing the same. Before he gets up, just give an extra look to Ruby and just a little nod of appreciation and calling it a night in the same fashion. Staying alert for any squirrels, but calling it a night. I'm gonna shoot that thing.
Get it, Ro.
Ro's already passed out.
Velphie will look at Ruby. Good?
Hmm. I think so. My stomach doesn't feel great, but
Oh.
I think I'll be all right.
Okay, well, if you start feeling sick, maybe find a little corner to possibly stand in case something were to happen. Away from
Right, puke corner. Okay,
puke corner.
got it. Yeah, no, okay.
Well, if you need anything, I'll be over there.
Thank you, Velphie.
She'll give one last squeeze to Ruby and get up and start settling down.
And Beltov will stand up, give Ruby's shoulder a little squeeze, and then go off too.
I'll just keep watch by the fire.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I don't have my real dice, so I have to do it on digital dice. And they betrayed me? It's a
Oh
1.
no!
No, this is why
It's a
you have
glitch.
real dice.
Ah! Okay. Friedrich, roll me a d6.
Oh, me?
Oh no, I've got to puke.
It's a 4. 4's my lucky number.
Ooh. Is
I
it
just made that
Ruby's?
up. Please be good.
So on your watch, Ruby, what exactly did you roll for your perception?
Well, it's a 1. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh,
Reliable talent.
I'm a rogue. I'm a rogue.
You are.
More ones mean nothing.
You are, and
Okay.
you are proficient.
And I am proficient, so that's a 16.
Okay,
Scratch
with
that.
a 16. Alrighty. With that 16, you start your watch. You feel queasy every once in a while. That puke corner sounded pretty nice every once in a while. But you're able to hold it down. And with a 16, you notice 5 little cloaks hanging off branches of a nearby tree. They look like leather cloaks.
I think she would take a second and really attenuate her eyes to the dark. Are there any signs of movement around the cloaks?
Go ahead and roll me another perception check. Velphie, what are
Okay.
you currently attuned to?
I'm pretty sure I am attuned to the dagger. 1 second. The dagger and the lute.
Okay.
All right, a 17 for perception.
Okay, a 17. You don't see any movement. Looks like a little cloak. They look pretty. They look like they're made of this thick leather. Looks like it's been frayed at some edges. Looks like this could be past Order members' attire, or maybe past adventurers' attire that was left here.
I think she'll just like kind of be on high alert. But not say or do anything unless she actually hears or sees something that is like out of the ordinary.
Okay. And as you continue watching, you'll notice one of the cloaks twitches. And it's going to charge at you. This is
Oh shit.
It's like this round, like, being that looks like it's got little fins to it. It's got black eye spots running along like little tiny buttons, and ivory-colored claws on its cowl that resemble a bone clasp. As it unfurls to attack you, you actually see these red glowing eyes and rows of sharp teeth and a long tail swiping at you. With that, because of the dagger of warning, you wake up, and I need you all to go to roll 20.
Oh, I
Hang
got
on.
regrets.
Wait, she didn't roll a 1.
Yes, correct. As one is making its way towards you. Remind me, Velphie, with the dagger of warning, is it just you or is it your whole party?
You have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep.
Okay.
It'll magically awaken you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally.
Okay. So with that, all of you do wake up, and I need you to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Okay, and if you all could tell me your initiative, please.
19.
19.
Beltov got an 18. Ruby got 11.
11.
Friedrich got an
12.
11. Sorry.
12, 11. You said 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Ro?
A 27. And I think it's by him. I feel like someone else had an 11, but my dex is very likely lower.
I had an 11.
I'm sure yours is a lot higher.
Yeah, it is.
Alrighty. And with that, our order is going to be red, blue, purple. Scratch that. Ro goes first. So Ro, red, blue, purple, Velphie, Beltov. Then green, Quirin, Ruby, Friedrich, pink, and then orange. Alrighty, with that, Ro is first. What is Ro doing as you see this, what is called a cloaker, making its way towards Ruby, as it is running, or flying actually, over that way? What are you doing?
He's going to move over here behind this log, take a knee, and set his rifle across it, and take aim at orange.
Alrighty, go ahead and take your shot.
Yeah, here we go. There's a 24 hit.
24 hits.
4, 7, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage as that bullet hits, and you hear that pistol go off, hits Orange, and you see that it takes the full damage.
I never asked, what kind of rifle does Ro have?
It's a handmade, like, bolt action rifle.
Oh, okay. Cool. So he cycles the bolt and then he shoots again.
All right, go for it.
Hey, it's 29 to hit.
That hits.
18 points of damage.
Okay, as that hits really hard. Is there anything else you wish to do with your turn?
That'll be all.
Okay, with that, it is now red, blue, and purple's go. Red is going to, seeing everybody's getting up, goes to Velphie and is going to take the first attack is a bite. And that is, I do not believe that that's going to hit for a 15.
Ooh, it just misses.
Just misses. Alrighty. Next one is going to be misses as it's lower, and that is Red's go. Blue is standing next to Ruby, and that is going to be, for that first one's going to be a bite. That is going to be a 12 plus 6 to hit for an 18.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Alrighty, that bite is going to hit, and then that tail was an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which I think does miss. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But it bites down. And when it starts to bite with those rows and rows of sharp teeth and those glowing red eyes, you take 10 points of piercing damage, and it's going to attach to you. As you all see, it bites down on Ruby's shoulder, and those fins, like that of a manta rays, will actually envelop Ruby as it is going to attach. You are blinded. And you are unable to breathe as it attaches to your shoulder, and your head is covering your face. You cannot see, you cannot breathe. Okay, and... Okay, and for now, that's all you can do is you are blinded and you cannot breathe. And with that, it is now Purple's go. Purple is over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gets right next to Professor Friedrich. First going to take a bite. That is going to hit for an 18 plus 6.
That'll hit, yeah.
Okay, you take 10 points of damage, piercing damage, and it now envelops your head as it holds on. You cannot breathe, you cannot see as you are blinded, and then it's going to take its tail attack and hit you for a, that is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Can I use shield?
Yes, you are not incapacitated, so you can use shield.
Shield.
All right, so it does not hit. And with that, it is now Velphie's go. What are you doing?
Ooh, okay. So I saw them envelop Friedrich and Ruby?
I would say so, yes.
Okay. Is it possible to try and, like, pry it off of Ruby?
If you're trying to, with your hands, pry it off, make me a strength check, and this will be your action.
Okay. It's a +0, so yeah, we're gonna try.
Okay, your DC is a 16.
That's a 3. So.
Okay, you're trying, and it's slippery. It feels like it's wet and slimy as you are trying to pry it off of Ruby's face, and you are unable to do so as it has its its fins wrapped tightly around. You can feel it squeezing tighter and tighter and tighter as it tries to suffocate its prey. And with that, is there anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
Okay. With that, it is now Beltov's turn. What is Beltov doing?
I think he's going to draw his longsword
Okay.
and make an attack at the one that's holding on to Friedrich.
You got it. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
19 just hits as you were able to slash it with that longsword. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. D8. All right. 8 points of damage.
Alrighty. With that 8 points of damage, Professor Friedrich, you feel it move. Just slightly, but it does keep your mouth covered as you get slashed for 4 points.
Oh,
As you
shit.
take half of that damage that purple would have taken. As it transfers that damage, half of it, to you.
Does Beltov, is he able to see how much? Is he able to see blood or like hear a reaction?
Roll a perception check for him. It is not sunny outside right now.
Oh, so he gets advantage. Go Beltov. Okay, let's see. Oh, dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, yes. So he would see that slash go through some of its fin, but it moves just right to where he clips Professor Friedrich.
Okay, I think he'll sheath the sword. And, jeez. Okay.
Oof. God damn it.
All right. Yeah, he's going to try to just pry this thing off.
Okay. Since he did take an attack action, he won't be able to pry it off this turn.
He can't grapple. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, maybe instead he will change course and just go after orange, just so he can use that second attack.
You got it.
Okay. I think he'll take an attack of opportunity, leaving.
It cannot attack
Unless this thing.
Beltov,
Okay. Awesome.
as it is busy
Okay.
with Professor Friedrich.
Okay, he rolled a 22 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage on orange.
All right. That is 12 points of damage.
Alrighty, not bad, not bad. As you do at 12 points of damage with that sword, he will call out to everyone else. Get them off the faces first. And is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay. With that, it is now Green's go. Green is going to make its way 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and try to attack Quirin. That is going to be for a bite. That's a 21 to hit.
I think we'll shield that.
You are shielding it. And then it's going to try to take its tail, and it's going to roll a nat 1. Let's see. Velphie, go ahead and roll me a d20 for me.
9.
Okay, and its frustration, it will actually hit itself with its tail as it swings it a little too far and does 7 points of damage to itself as it stabs itself with its tail. And with that, that's Green's go. Quirin, you are up.
Okay. I think we're gonna listen to Beltov, and we're gonna try to take the one off of Fred's head.
Okay, as you're trying to pry it, roll me a strength check, please.
Would it do much if, like, say, like, trying to, like, stab the sword in it just enough to get a better grip, or doesn't that matter?
For that one, if you stab it at all, it will go to Professor Friedrich.
Okay. Yeah, then not that. You said what? Athletics?
Strength check.
strength?
Just straight strength check. There we go.
7.
Okay, with a 7, it's still on. You can't get a grip on it because of how slimy that material of its skin is, and it just leaves mucus on your hands. Is there anything you wanted to do with your bonus action or movement?
Okay, Fred. I'm sorry. He wants to try this. He's going to use a psychic blade and try to stab it, hoping that since it's not like a physical blade, it won't hit Fred. Hopefully.
Okay.
messes with the bonus action.
Roll to hit.
25.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
6 psychic.
Okay, with that 6 psychic, you see it start to glow with that psychic damage. Professor Friedrich, you take 3. As it transfers it through its teeth.
All right, bad idea, Fred. That's my fault.
Don't
That'll be it.
All right, Ruby, it is your turn. You are blinded and you cannot see. You may try to get it off without an action first.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to get it off of my face.
Roll a strength check.
That is a 2.
Okay, it's slimy. You cannot get it off as you try to pry it. It is like suction cupped on your face. You cannot breathe. What are you doing?
I think she is going to begin to freak out a little bit. And she's going to try to make herself small. And she remembers how it felt to be a kid, like running through the forest, how hard it was to reach the top branches that would let you climb a tree. And she is going to shape change to become a small creature. So like a child version of herself. Hoping that maybe it like loses its grip and she's able to like scuttle out.
With this, because it does say it can suffocate still smaller than, as long as it's no larger than it. Roll me a chaos die. What we do with those is that is going to be a D100.
Okay.
If you are higher than a 50, you are small enough to break its grasp enough to get loose.
All right. It's a 68.
68. So with shrinking down and changing your form, it loses grip on you. With changing form and all of that was required with that, I will say that that does take an action.
Yeah.
But you are able to change your form and it lets go. Or it's still holding where your head was, and then your head gets smaller. And then it loses you. You can hear this like teeth trying to grab a hold of you as you get smaller.
Big breath. Bonus action, disengage.
Sounds good.
Running away.
And running
All right.
away.
Yep. Disengage. Bye-bye. I want to go over here.
You got it.
And probably more. Get over here behind Ro. There we go.
You got it. You're able to run, and you all see childlike Ruby running as Ruby has changed form. And with that, it is now Friedrich's turn. Friedrich, you cannot breathe and you cannot see. Go ahead and make me a strength check, please. Also, what is your constitution modifier?
+2.
+2. So you can technically hold your breath for 3 minutes.
Oh, cool.
That's still really impressive.
I know, for an old man, too. So I didn't see Ruby run away. I'm assuming I'm silenced.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Can I see the thing that's on me?
It's dark, as like it's slimy, it's wet. So you know where it's at. You can't see it. It's black. Because it's like doing this to your face.
And this is an action to do the strength check?
No, not for you. If it's on you, it's just a check.
Okay. So just a plain strength check. Here we go. Big money. Nope. 14.
Okay, yes, you are still held in by whatever is holding you. What are you doing?
The reason I asked if I could see it is I know I can't see to Misty Step or anything else. I can't cast a spell. I can use telekinetic shove on any creature I can see. If you consider this me being able to see it.
I would say it is quite literally covering your eyes. So if your eyes are open and you're letting that mucus get into your like eyeballs and your orifices and all that, then yes, you can see.
Do I have any risk of getting mucus in my orifices?
If you are looking at it, you already got mucus in your orifice, so yes.
Oh, it's too late. Okay, there's worse things out here that I've had in my orifice. I will use telekinetic shove, or try to, and it's a strength check for that thing.
It fails with a 5, as you do shove it 5 feet back.
And it lets go of me, or do I go with it?
We're going to say it lets go of you.
Lovely. So that's my action and my bonus action. I'm going to scamper.
Your bonus action was telekinetic shove, correct?
Yeah.
What did you use your action on?
Oh, it wasn't an action to try to pry it off my face, right?
Yeah, so if you are the one that is trying to get it off of your face, it's not an action.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Blight on that little bastard.
Okay, and what does he need to roll?
It's to just base level, 4th level Blight. It's an 18 con save.
Fails.
It takes 8d8.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll your damage.
Not the best. 28 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, as you do that 28 points of necrotic damage. What else are you doing? Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
Now I'm going to scamper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One will get an opportunity of attack on you.
Oh, red? Yeah,
Yes.
I can take it.
Okay, that is going to be a bite. Does not hit unless 8 plus 6.
14, no.
14.
Doesn't.
No, okay. It does not hit as you scamper away. And with that, it is now Pink's and Orange's go. Pink, seeing you start to scamper and you're closest, 5, 10, 15, is going to try and bite you. 17 plus 6 to hit.
Shield.
Shield, okay, it does not hit. And then it's going to try and take its tail and wipe.
Wait, no. 17 plus 6?
Yes.
No, then it when meets it beats it. Never mind. It hits me. And I don't want to
hits
cast
you.
shield.
You don't want to cast shield. You are wrapped again, as you are now suffocating and you cannot see, and you take 10 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And that next one is going to be an 11 plus 6. So a 17 to hit for the next
That
attack.
does not hit.
Does not hit, as you are now again suffocating and cannot see. With that, it is now Orange's go. Orange is next to Beltov. Go and take that first attack on Beltov. I do not believe hits with an 8 plus 6 for 14.
Nope.
Alrighty. Next one is a 12 plus 6 to hit, so an 18.
Yeah, that does hit.
Okay, he will take 7 points of slashing damage as he gets cut with the tail of that beast. With that is Rose go.
Okay. Orange is not attached to Beltov, though, right?
No.
Okay, so Rose is going to hone in on that target that he was hitting and start attacking Orange. Ooh, that's a lot to hit. 33.
33 hits.
17 points. Cycle the bolt, blast again, if it's still flying.
It is still flying.
21.
21 hits.
Ooh, nice. 19.
How do you wish to take this out?
Oh, if it has... Does it have eyes?
Yes, it's got red glowing eyes.
Let's put one right here.
And you're able to do that. How does it die?
I would hope whatever looks like its head sort of pops like a melon.
Yeah, so you see that like a manta ray looking face explodes and actually covers Beltov with its gore. And with that, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, he's going to reposition a bit, just moving slightly south.
Okay, you got it. With that, it is now red, blue, purple's turn. Blue is actually seeing that one of its friends have died, makes its way to to Ro, and is going to try and attack Ro. First one is going to be a 12 plus 6 to hit for an 18.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage as it bites into Ro, and it's going to latch onto Ro's face. Ro cannot breathe. Ro cannot see. With that, it is now Red's go. Red's going to try and attack Velphie again. That is not going to hit for an 11, but it tries to take its tail and swipes with you for a 18 to hit.
Hits.
With that, you take 7. Ooh.
Can I hellish rebuke?
You may, and you take 7 points of damage. And that's a dex save. That dex save is a 9 plus 2 for an 11.
Fails.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. What is it? 3d10?
Should be.
10, 16, 19 points of fire damage.
Okay, as you do Hellish Rebuke, after you take that 7 points of slashing damage, it takes that 19 fire, and you hear it squeal. And with that, it is now Purple's go. Purple going to flank Quirin. That is a 16 plus 6 for a 22 to hit.
Shield lasts until the end of my next turn, right?
It does.
Cool, so that one would miss.
Would miss, okay. And then it's going to take its tail attack for a 17 plus 6 for a 23.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, you're going to take 7 points of slashing damage as it tries to bite down, can't, whirls around, and cuts you with its tail. And with that, it is now Velphie's turn. What are you doing?
Velphie is going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
And I don't think she's got anything else for a bonus action yet. So I think that's it, because if she moves, she'll get attacked. So yeah, we'll just do that.
Don't forget, you always have Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action.
True. I will, yes, I will give Bardic Inspiration to the professor.
Okay, and what is your Bardic die now?
It is a D10.
D10. Okay, so Professor Friedrich gets a D10 to the next roll he wishes to add that onto. It is now Beltov's turn. What's Beltov doing?
I think Beltov is probably a pack tactic kind of guy, so I think he would have seen Velphie's little hellish rebuke and would have focused in on that one as the weakest at this point.
That is red.
Yeah, he'll start climbing this tree to get a better vantage point and get out his long bow and start shooting.
You got it.
Okay, let's see. First one is not good. A 12.
A 12 does not hit. That first arrow goes wide.
All right, second arrow. You got it, Beltov.
But with a miss, you can use one of his arcane archer abilities and make it hit a different target, if you wish.
Let's do that. Let's bonus action, do the curve shot, and we'll have it hit purple.
You got it. Go ahead and roll to hit to see if you hit that one.
Right. That is a 17.
Oh, a 17 misses.
Ah, Beltov.
Just barely, as that first attack does miss.
All right. Second attack. We got it this time. It's a natural 20.
Okie dokie. Take your max damage and then roll your dice.
Okay, let's do something special with him this time. Let's see. I'll do an arcane shot, and I'll do... Let's see. I'll do a piercing arrow.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, let's see. So that's an extra d6 piercing damage, and then I roll a d8 for the big arrow. All right. So the total so far at the baseline would be 8 plus 6. Yeah, so 14 plus 10, 24, plus another 6 is 2. 26. Good little arrow.
Nice, as you do 26 points of damage there.
All right, I'm going to action surge.
Go for it.
Yeah, he's feeling this awesome shot he just did. Okay. Oh, okay. It's a 23 to hit.
Nice, roll your damage.
All right. It's 5 points of damage.
Okay, 5 points. And you got another attack.
All right. Let's do it. D20. Oh, 12 to hit.
No, 12 doesn't hit, but you do get 2 of those off.
Bonus. Oh, wait, I already used the bonus action.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right.
And is there anything else he wishes to do on his turn?
I don't think so. I think that's it for Beltov.
All right, Beltov is done. It's Green's turn, still flanking Quirin, going to try to attack Quirin, and that is going to be a 20 to hit, which doesn't hit since shield's up. Tries to take a tail attack, 18 plus 6 for a 24.
Indubitably.
7 points of slashing as it's going to cut you with its tail, and it is now your turn.
Okay, so I guess when he hit purple, was it, with the psychic blade, you said it just like glowed. Did it look like it hurt at all, or just it was just completely...
It looked like it hurt, but when it glue, like it's almost like you saw where it hit, and then it passed it to Professor Friedrich, just showing that Professor Friedrich still took damage.
Yeah, we'll take out our regular sword.
Okay.
And we'll put a chop into purple. That's what we'll
Go
do.
for it. Going for purple.
15?
15 does not hit.
Damn. And we'll bonus action try and use a blade again.
Okay.
So swings with the katana, misses, and then just swings back with the other hand as a lower.
Oh no, yes, so both hit as it looks like it's just rippling through the air and it dodges both of those attacks. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Nope. I think that's it.
Alrighty. Tapped out with that is now Ruby's turn. Then Friedrich is on deck. What is Ruby doing?
Scampering up that tree.
You got it.
And I think she's going to go for the red on Velphie as well.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. She pulls out her shadow wielder crossbow.
You got it.
That's a 28 to hit.
28 hits, and it failed its intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, okay. So, that's 2d6, okay? Okay. 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage. You got it. It is not looking good as you see it start to bleed this like black ichor looking stuff. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Hide.
You got it. Bonus action hide. Roll a stealth.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. 29. 29?
Jeez. Alrighty. Yeah, you pretty much blend in with the tree and you are gone. With that, Friedrich, you are up.
Okay, and I'm in bad shape. I guess I'll try to pull it off again if I can.
Roll a strength check.
And can I add the bardic inspiration to this check?
You can.
Do I have to decide to add it now, or can I add it whenever?
Bardics can be added after you roll.
Ooh, cool. Okay, let's try it first. Okay, that is a dirty 20, though.
You don't need to use it as a 16 is what you needed to beat. You are able to pry it off, and it squeals at you as you take it off. It does not want to leave.
Okay. I'm going to reach my finger out and just poke it right in the face.
Okay.
And cast Vampiric Touch.
Alrighty, and what save is that?
That's at 3rd level. It's actually a roll to hit.
Oh, go for it.
So I hope I don't fuck it up. No, 29 to hit.
29 hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, it's 3d6 necrotic damage. Okay, it's 10 points of necrotic, and I regain 5.
10 points of necrotic. You got it. As you do that necrotic damage to Pink, its first damage it has taken. It just squeals in your face.
As I'm holding my finger on it, I growl back at it. Arrgh. I'm still a little drunk.
Oh shit, yeah, you all are drunk. These were supposed to be at disadvantage.
Never mind, I'm feeling a lot better. I drank a bunch of cranberry juice.
10 points of damage, and is there anything you wish to do with your bonus action or movement?
No, I want to stay in place because I can use this kind of like Witch Bolt going forward.
Okay, you're able to stay there, and with that, it is now Pink and Orange's go. Pink is going to try and attack you for a 17.
Just misses.
Just misses. Is going to try to hit you with its tail for lower as it misses both, and it is now Orange's go. Orange is dead. It is now Rose's turn. Rose still cannot see.
So similarly, can I try to pry this thing off my dragon face?
You sure may.
Only a 10 with Ro.
He cannot get it off as he's trying with his scaled paws, claws. Cannot seem to get it off.
Okay, I feel like Ro is a rather calm individual based on his demeanor so far, so he would probably just stay put and continue to try that, next turn, I guess. Because he can't see, he can't speak. There's no point in trying to run around and move, so he'll just stay put and keep prying at it.
You got it. With that, it is now Red's go. Red, being closest to Velphie, still going to try and attack Velphie. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Alrighty, with a 17, you take 10 points of piercing damage. Well, actually, you have mirror image up. Roll me a d6.
Oh, yes, that's right. 5, so it hits one of my duplicates.
Hits one of your duplicates. You now have 2. It's going to take its tail, and it does not hit. And with that, that is Red's go. It is now Blue's turn. Blue is still on Row. It's going to take 2 of its attacks. First one again is a bite. It hits with an 18 plus 6. Take 10 points of piercing damage as it bites down on his snout even further. And the next one does not hit even with advantage because it's holding on to him. That's a 7 plus 6. Do not believe that hits. Okay, and with that is now Purple's go. Purple is still flanking Quirin, going to try to attack Quirin with a bite. And that is a 17 plus 6 for a 23.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay, you take 10 points of piercing damage as it latches onto your face. And it starts to squeeze and you cannot breathe. And then it's going to try and use its tail attack to slash at you again. And that is a 15 plus 6 for a 21.
Yeah.
Okay, then go ahead and take an extra 7 points of slashing damage as it takes its tail and slashes across your back as it holds on to your face. It is now Velphie's turn.
Even though he's latching on to Quirin's face, is he able to uncanny dodge the first attack?
I would... Oh, that's a... Since it latched onto your face, we're going to say you're able to move it to where you can use the bonus action to uncanny dodge. And we're just going to say like it's still latched onto your face, but it doesn't cut as deep because of the way you move.
Yeah, I was just looking to have the damage with it. Cool.
You got it. And with that, it is Velphie's turn.
Okay, Velphie's going to take one step right here.
Okay.
And then she's going to cast Sword Burst, which is a dex save of 15.
Dex save of 15. Red's going to go first. That is a 12. Okay, and then a 14. They both fail.
All right, that's 3d6 of damage. 6, 7, 8, 9 points of force damage.
9 points of force damage. The red one is looking real bad. Purple is not feeling so great either. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Can I give Bardic Inspiration to Ro? Can I see that he's got a thing on his face?
Yes, so you can give Bardic Inspiration to Ro. Ro now has a D10 that he can add to a check or saving throw. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
That shall be all.
You got it. Let's see. So that's Velphie's turn. Beltov is up. What is Beltov doing?
Veltov is still aiming down at Red.
Aiming down at Red. You got it. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Let's do it. Okay. Veltov. Alright, 25 to hit.
25 hits. Roll your damage.
$13 points of damage.
Okay, how do you wish to do this?
Yeah, I think Veltov just takes aim, and then looks for one of those like hellish rebuke scorch marks and just like drags the arrow right through a couple of them, making it kind of like swirl in on itself and collapse.
Ooh, nice. And it collapses. You hear a screech that gets cut short, and you still have one more attack.
All right, let's go for, let's see. I can't shoot the one on Ro. I'll shoot green.
Okay, go ahead and go for green.
Is green on Quirin?
Purple is on Quirin.
All right, yeah, I'll go for green. Okay. I rolled a 1 anyway, so.
Rolled a 1. Go ahead and roll me a...
Oh, shit.
You're aiming at purple. Go ahead and roll me a... 1, 2... Roll me a 1, 2, or 3. Or roll me a 1, 2, 3. Roll me a D6!
I roll a 1.
Roll me a D6.
Okay. A 5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That hits Beltov. Go ahead and roll a D20 to see if it hits his armor class. As you're attacking, like you're attacking an enemy.
Yeah, it's a 25.
Okay, roll damage as he loses his grip on that bow string, and it's actually going to hit his arm. And see how much damage he takes.
11 points of damage, but he would have wanted it that way.
11 points of damage. He would have wanted it that way as he hits himself. Is there anything else he wants to do on his turn?
I don't think so.
And with that, it is now Green's turn. Green, noticing that Quirin is incapacitated by purple, or not incapacitated, but being blinded, is going to make its way, because let's see, it does not notice Ruby, is going to make its way towards Beltov. And Quirin, you are more than welcome to try and hit it, but it is at disadvantage. Because you can hear it leaving, but you cannot see it.
I think it was going to be a disadvantage anyway, because we're drunk, but we're going to try. Oh, damn it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, as it flies away to Beltov and is going to try and hit Beltov, and that is going to be a 21 to hit. Beltov takes 10 points of damage and now can no longer see as it has wrapped him up and he cannot breathe. He's going to take his tail attack for a higher number and take a 7 points of slashing. So that is 17 points in total. And with that, that is Green's turn. Quirin, you're up. You cannot breathe. You cannot see.
Okay. This is... I genuinely don't know how this would, if this would work. But for a phase step, obviously, if you want to go to a specific location, you have to see.
Yeah.
Can he still use it and go any random direction, or just straight up can't use it?
So we've been doing it to where Misty Step, if you're blinded, you can't go. So Phase Step is a type of Misty Step. And, yeah. Got to get it off your face first.
Yeah, we're going to try to pull it off then.
Strength check.
0.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, you're trying to get it and you just can't get a grip on it as you're trying to get it off. You can still take an action, but you can't see and you can't breathe, and you are technically silenced because of that.
Oh, man. It's gonna suck, but if we can use steady aim to just make it a straight roll and just try and psychic blade it, or just steady aim doesn't take a bonus action, does it? It does.
It does.
Oh, I have a bonus action.
But you do, yes.
I
Alright,
do,
you're
yeah.
steady aiming it.
Do that. 16?
16 does not hit.
Cool.
As you try to stab what's on your face. You miss.
I think that's it then.
Okay, with that, it is now Ruby's go. What you doing?
All right, little baby Ruby is still gonna be shooting.
I love that she's still little.
She's just a little kid up there with a crossbow. Let's see. I think everyone has someone on them, so she'll go for Pink over here.
Okay, with Pink, it's not on Pink. Okay, it's not on.
I think Pink's the only one not on a face.
Yes.
Yeah. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits, and it failed its intelligence saving throw.
Okay, and Professor Friedrich is right there, so I can actually use sneak attack this time. Okay, awesome. And it failed its intelligence saving throw, so what am I up to in sneak attack now? Okay. $37 points of damage on Pink.
Good gracious, as you do that 37 points of damage, it got hit hard. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
I think she... I know that she knows that Beltov would be okay if she did this. So I'm going to use my grave, Whales from the Grave. So after I deal sneak attack, I'll deal another 3d6. Wait, it's not 3d6. It's something else. Okay. You can target a second creature, and it takes 3d6 necrotic. Okay.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll.
So I'll do it to the one on Beltov.
You got
Let's
it.
see. 3d6. 14 to that one.
14 to that one. It takes 7. Beltov takes the other 7.
Okay. And those whispers kind of ring out again. And I will bonus action hide. Oh, those like tickle my brain to hear them in my headphones.
Go ahead and roll your stealth as you hide.
Oh, okay. 10 plus 23.
23. Alrighty. And with that, it is now Professor Friedrich's go. Pink is in front of you. What are you doing?
Pink's still alive. Okay, well, I'm going to stick my big green finger into its face again. And I don't have to use a spell slot again, but
Okay.
I have to roll to hit again for
You got it.
Vampiric Touch. 25 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, 3d6 necrotic. 10 points again.
Okay. Perfect.
I heal for 5.
As you cast Vampiric Touch. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn? As you have poked it, and it's almost like poking something super slimy and wet and aquatic.
I have embraced the mucus at this point, but I will turn to the right and try to shove the one on Beltov's face off of him.
Okay, go ahead. Well, actually,
It's a strength check.
it passes with a 20.
Yeah, that did it, so it doesn't move.
And it latches on tighter to Beltov as it starts to squeeze.
That's all I got, though. I'll stay put.
You got it. It is now Pink's go. Pink is going to go for you since you keep booping it really, really hard. That is a natural 1. It can't bite itself. So it just, you see it do these little like loop-de-loops as it just kind of gets, like you booped it so hard, you've kind of messed up its equilibrium a little bit. And then it's going to try and slash you with its tail at disadvantage. Disadvantage, that is a 17 plus 6 for a 23.
At disadvantage, it
It
hits
rolled
me.
a 19 and 7, or 17,
Oof.
excuse me, 19 and 17. Go ahead and take 7 slashing as it cuts through you with its tail as it just whips around with its equilibrium all over the place. With that, it is now Rose's turn. Rose still has blue wrapped around its snout, and it is squeezing his snout harder and harder and harder.
Okay, I'm going to try to pull it off again.
All right, make a strength check.
I didn't use Bardic last time, did I?
You
No.
did not.
Okay, here we go. 12.
You still are not out. You may use Bardic.
Might as well. It's a D10.
D10.
So 15.
Did not get out, needed a 16.
Rats. Okay, well, he can't do anything else really, so he's going to stay put and keep just pulling at this plunger bat on his face.
Okay, and with that, it is now blue and purple's go. Purple is attached to Quirin. It's going, for advantage, that's bad. It misses with its teeth, even though it's latched onto your face. It misses with its tail as it is latched onto your face, as it is just pretty much just squirming everywhere and missing everything. With that, it is now Blue's go. Blue is still on row. That first bite is going to be an 18 plus 6 for a 24.
Yep, that hits.
10 points of piercing as it bites into Rose's snoot even harder. And then 12 plus 6 for an 18 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
All right, take 17 points in total as it bites down and stabs Rose with its tail.
So 7 more on top of the 10?
Yes, so 17 in total. With that, it is now Velphie's turn. What are you doing?
I think Velphie's going to use her action to try and pry purple off of Quirin.
Roll a strength check.
18.
18, you're able to pry it off of Quirin as the DC was a 16. You grab it and manage to grab a hold of that mucus, slimy fin and pull it off. And you can see it's trying to bite Quirin back as you can hear it clamping its jaws together, trying to hold on to Kieran's face. With that, what would you like to do with your bonus action or movement?
I don't think I have. Let's see. I may actually stay there and not use my bonus action. Actually, wait. Can I put my bonus a bardic inspiration on Beltov?
Yes, you can put bardic inspiration on Beltov. He now has a D10, and with that, it is now Beltov's turn. Go ahead and make a strength check for Beltov to see if he can get this thing off his face.
I'm going to use that bardic. He rolled a 10.
Okay.
That's a D10, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good. 18.
18 is enough to get it off as Beltov takes his hands and grabs this slimy fin and manages to free his mouth and free his face. What would you like to do for your action?
Well, now that he's free, I think... Yeah, I think he would just disregard this one right in front of him and just turn to try to scope out the weakest and shoot at Pink.
You got it. Because it missed Friedrich's face, right?
Yeah, it's not on Friedrich right now.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
All right, and I think I'll just go ahead and make this a piercing shot to
Go
use up
for
his
it.
second feature. All right. Ooh, it rolled so low. All right, that's a 7 total.
Okay. 7 points is still 7 points.
Yeah. All right. All right. Second attack.
Go for it.
Going at Pink.
You do get sneak attack as well. Oh, no, this is Beltov. Never mind. Beltov is not.
Yeah, he would be so lethal. 14 plus 7, 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. D8. 8 points of damage.
Okay, it is not looking good as it takes those extra 8 points of damage. Is there anything else he wants to do on his turn?
Probably wipe mucus from his face, and that's it.
Wipe mucus from his face. Is now Green's turn. Green is going to try and attack Beltov, and that is a 18 to hit.
Oh my gosh. Does that... Oh, Beltov, where's your sheet? Oh my gosh, yes, it hits.
Okay, it wraps around Beltov again as soon as Beltov throws it off. Gets his face wrapped again. Cannot breathe, cannot see, takes 10 points. And then that tail is going to not hit as it slashes around and misses, but takes 10 points of piercing from its teeth. It's and it just grabs a hold again. With that, it is now Kieran's turn. You do not have this thing on your face anymore. What are you doing?
Yay. Once it comes off, just gasping, thank you, Val, and just using the whatever slime stuff is on his face to just slick his hair back now, and going for a slice at the guy.
You have
Right in front
advantage
of him.
because of flanking.
Yay. 32.
32 hits.
It's right if I booming blade it as well. I didn't say that when I.
Yeah, you got
first
it. You can
attacked.
booming blade it.
I forgot how many.
Is it
D6s
2d8s? Oh yeah, you get sneak
Double
attack,
check.
booming blade, and
Yeah,
you need a lot of dice.
I got a lot of dice.
8.
Just don't all roll ones. That's a lot of count. Would you like me to separate it by damage type, or does that matter? No?
With this one, it does not matter.
Okay. As long as I've done the math right, 46.
46?
Yeah, 46.
Okay. How do you want to take him out?
Oh, damn. Okay. No, that's my bad. There was an extra D8. Take 6 away from that.
How do you want to take him out?
Okay. Okay. Just probably just a quick slice right down, cutting it right in half. And if I can, just for flavor, just take an extra stomp just on the whatever looks to be the face of this thing. Just pissed off.
So you slit it down the middle, and its face actually breaks into two, and you're able to smash one side of it. As you stomp on it, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's right. 13?
Ooh. It's a DC 15.
15. I don't think we used a reaction. No, we didn't.
You did not. You have not uncanny dodged or... Yeah, so...
So then we'll use our arcane deflection to add a +4 to that.
Alrighty, so you are good. With that, as you feel it almost start to take hold, but then you're able to succeed. And with that, it's now Ruby's turn. What you doing?
All right. Baby Ruby is going to take another shot at Pink.
Go for it.
Pew. All right, that is a 18 plus... What's my stuff? 8.
That hits.
So 26. Awesome. Okay, and that's 13 points of damage.
How do you
and
wish to
then
do
the
this?
sneak attack. Oh, awesome. Yeah, she is going to still kind of send out her whispers. So she will just a quick, almost invisible bolt through this thing, and it just collapses, almost like to the naked eye it wouldn't be hit at all. And then the whispers will kind of like travel in tendrils on the ground and go towards green again.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
It's 13 to green.
13 to green. With that 13, it is holding on to Beltov's face as it's grabbed a hold of him, so he will take half of that. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
I'm just gonna hide again.
Roll your stealth.
Okay. That's pretty good. 31.
Okay, with a 31, you just disappear. And with that, it is now Friedrich's go. What you doing?
Okay, so green and blue are both attached, right?
They are both attached.
Okay, I'm going to run up to green and try to pry it off Beltov's face.
You gotta climb up a tree to get there.
Oh, he's in a tree. Okay, well, I'm going to run up to Ro then and try to climb off his face. Let's see if I can make it that far, though. Is that good?
That is good. Go ahead and roll your strength check.
4.
You do not get it off as you're trying and you cannot get it off of Ro's face.
It's really on there. I'm going to try to telekinetically shove it.
Okay. That is a 16 plus 3 for a 19.
It beats it. It's still on there.
Okay, with that, Ro is starting to kind of choke and gag as it's been on his face for quite a while. With that, it is now Ro's turn.
Okay, this thing is tighter than the lid on a pickle jar. He's going to try to pull it off again.
Roll a strength check.
9.
It's still on his face. What do you do?
I think he's going to start to panic a little bit. And he's going to run in a circle. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And he's just starting to like frantically thrash a little bit because it's been several turns here.
He starts to frantically thrash and he's starting to run like all different directions. With that, Blue being able to see is still going to hold on to Ro because Ro seems to be choking a bit. And that is going to be a 18 to hit.
That beats it, meets it.
10 points of damage. Alrighty, plus an extra 7 as it bites and slashes into him. With that, it is Purple's go, but Purple is gone. Velphie, you're up.
Okay, I think Velphie will also run over to Ro right here and try to pry Blue off of him as well.
Roll a strength check.
17.
That is enough as you're able to grab it and pull it off with a 17 as you beat the 16 DC.
Nice. Okay. And as my action, I don't have any more bardic inspiration. So I think that'll be it.
Okay. And with that, Beltov's turn. He cannot see. He cannot breathe. What is he doing?
Shrug this thing off. So ready to go too. He rolled an 18.
Alrighty. He is able to take it off, pry it off. Mucus is covering all those hands.
And even though it's close range, I have a feeling he would not enjoy being on and off suffocated again.
Okay.
So he's just going to try to like take his bow and like turn it around on this thing and try to just like grapple it, hold it with like the bowstring holding it.
Make me an unarmed strike with this one. That's how we'll do it.
Okay. Okay, he rolled pretty good. Unarmed strike. Plus proficiency bonus. Where is that on the page? Okay, so it's a 26.
26 hits, so you're able to get that bowstring around the crook of its neck.
All right, that's his attack action.
Alrighty, and with an unarmed strike, we're going to do a little bit damage on that, but let me see how much his unarmed strike is. That is 3 points.
Okay.
So he is able to do 3 points with an unarmed strike, and I think he gets to try and do it again, I think. Make an attack roll against the creature. Yeah, because he gets 2 attacks, so he could try to pull it again. Roll me another unarmed strike.
Pull it tighter. Yeah. $16.
16 does not hit as he takes that original 3 points, and that bowstring just kind of like sits where it is and doesn't choke it anymore. Is there anything else I'd like to do in a turn? All right. Green is up. Green does not like this. It's going to duck, since it's technically not grappled, and get from it underneath that bowstring. It's going to take the opportunity attack. You may try to hit it.
I will.
Being within 5 feet. He does have sharpshooter. Being within 5 feet of an enemy doesn't impose disadvantage.
Well, let's do it. So that is a 17 to hit.
Oh, 17 misses.
Sorry, Beltov.
He tries to take that shot and it misses as green is running away. It's going to try and attack Velphie for a 16 to hit, but I think that misses.
It meets it, but I still have 2.
Yep, go ahead and
mirror
roll
images.
a d6 then.
It's a 1, so it gets me, I think.
Yep,
yes.
that gets you. So it latches onto your face and you take 10 points of slashing damage. As it bites on and latches onto your face, you cannot breathe, you cannot see, and you cannot do spells as long as it's on your face. It's going to take its tail and it's going to drag it across your back for 7 points. So you take 17 in total.
Okay. Hurt.
And with that, that is Green's go. Quirin, you're up.
He'll try to do the same and try to pull this thing off of Velphie's face.
Perfect. Roll a strength check.
1.
You try, but you slip, and honestly, it just tightens around Velphie's face a little tighter, and it's not going anywhere with that natural 1. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Is blue still on row, or is that one off?
That one is off currently.
If he can see it without, well, it's off. Okay, if he can see it without moving, he would try and throw a psychic blade at it with his bonus action.
Since it is behind Velphie, we're going to add a few points to its AC, because it is directly behind Velphie, but you may try. If you roll a natural 1, you do hit Velphie.
It was not a natural 1. It was a 21.
Okay, so I had added 2 to its AC, so you will hit it.
For 7 psychic.
7 psychic. You see it glow a little bit as you hit it with some psychic damage, but it takes it in full. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
No, I think we'll stay put.
Perfect. With that, Ruby, you're up. Baby Ruby.
Baby Ruby. It's like Muppet Babies. Okay. Yeah, I will also aim for blue.
Okay, go for it.
All right, it's a 21 to hit.
21 hits. Roll your damage,
Oh,
and
you
you
know
do
what?
get sneak attack.
That's right, I do. 4 dice. 23 plus 8. 31 points of damage.
As you do 31 points of damage, that's a hard hit. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn? You want to use your whales?
Yeah, I do.
And it did
Okay.
fail its intelligence check.
Oh, it failed its intelligence. Okay, I
Yep.
will roll 2d6. Okay, that's 8 points of damage.
You got it.
And I will bonus action hide.
Bonus action hide. And did you want to send those whales anywhere?
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to green.
Okay. And with sending it to green, it is on Velphie's face.
I'm so sorry, Velphie.
Just to double check, it's not a bonus action to do that, right?
Nope, it's just a sneak attack feature.
You got it. Go ahead and roll your dice.
Eight points of damage, and then to hide, it's a 27.
Perfect. Velphie, you take 4. And blue is not blue. Green is looking fine. Still, it's been hit a couple times, but it's not that bad. And with that, it is now Friedrich's turn. What are you doing?
Quick question of curiosity. The whales from the grave, can that target anyone except the thing you hit? Like any second
Yeah.
enemy or a second target?
Anything that is that's within 30 feet.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Blight on blue right in front of me, 4th level.
Alrighty. It failed.
Con save 18.
Yeah, it failed.
Okay, it takes 8d8. Starting out with 2 1s. There we go. $28. I rolled a 1 5 times in that. Anyway, 28 points of
Buddy.
damage.
It is still standing. Anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Rats. Yeah, I'm going to try to telekinetically shove green off of Velphie's face.
I think it fails with a 14. Or, excuse me, not a 14. 16.
That meets it.
Okay, so it's still on Velphie's face. With that, it is now Ro's turn. What's Ro doing?
So, I think he's going to try to back away, even and knowing he's going to take a hit. But he doesn't shoot up close. I don't think he can.
He can. He also has sharpshooter.
Well, then he's just going to put this thing right to its temple and say, you need more lead in your diet.
Okay. Go ahead.
And shoot it. 17 to hit.
Misses. And what is that on your dice?
It was a 7 plus 10.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry, no, not 10. It should have been 21. 7 plus 14.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Went to the wrong thing, sorry.
Roll your damage.
Row my damage.
Roll your damage.
Hey, not bad. 20 points.
Okay. Still standing.
One more shot.
Go for it.
23.
Okay, 23 hits. Roll your damage.
$13.
Still standing, but just barely. And with that, is there anything else you wish to do on his turn?
Actually, yes. I'm going to... I think I have it. I'm pretty sure I have it. Action Surge.
Okay.
And keep blasting.
And keep blasting. Alrighty, go ahead and roll your damage.
With a hit.
Or to hit.
31. 22 points.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, I'd say at this point he's just like shooting, cycling, shooting. So it's just very methodical. Just blasting holes in it. And then one of them just pops again.
Okay. And as it pops, Velphie, you feel the whiz of a bullet go past as it's just... And with that, it is now...
Bonus
Whose
action
turn?
real quick.
Can I?
Yes, bonus action real quick.
Second win.
Second win, you got it. You still have an attack. Did you want to hold it?
I don't want to shoot at Velphie's head.
Okay, perfect. With that, Blue's turn is gone. It is now Velphie's turn. Yes. Sorry.
Could I use my reaction
Yeah, what's your
when
reaction?
that creature dies? Ruby just on instinct holds out her hand, and the little soul from this like dirt bat creature kind of floats up to her, and she puts it in her straw doll closest to her.
As you capture the soul of this being, you see it kind of just waft over to you.
Oh. Ew. And she just puts it into a straw doll.
And you see it inflate as it fills the doll. And with that, it is now Velphie's turn. What is Velphie doing as you currently have this thing on your face?
She's going to try to break out.
Strength check.
Oh, that's a 13, so it's still on her
It is
face.
still on your face.
And I think in a panic, because she can't see, so I don't think she knows that Quirin is there. Can she cast Sword Burst? It doesn't say anything about seeing.
You cannot, because I think it's a vocal component. You cannot speak.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it is verbal. Okay, never mind. Jeez, I don't know if I can do anything. Just can't see, can't talk. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna keep trying to pull it off.
Okay, trying to pull this thing off of your face. With that, it's Beltov's turn. What is Beltov doing?
He's going to second wind. Okay. And that is 26 HP back.
Nice.
Oh no, D10, not D12. My bad. 20 HP back.
That's still pretty nice.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then he is going to come down from the tree and try to grapple this thing off of Velphie.
Roll a strength check for me.
Oh, it's really good. Okay, 26.
All right, with a 26, he pulls it off of Velphie's face. Is there anything else he wishes to do with his
Okay.
turn?
I think that's it.
With that, Velphie, roll me a d6 to see who it goes after.
6.
Goes after Beltov. For a 15 to hit. I think that misses. Does a 15 miss?
Yes.
All right. And misses again. With that, it is now Quirin's turn. Green is the only one left. You do get advantage if you attack it.
And green is not on anyone.
Not currently.
All right, we're going to give it a little slice. Double threes
Okay.
for 15 total.
15 does not hit. Any bonus
We're gonna
actions
go-
or movement?
We're going to go the bonus action. Just out of curiosity, these things look heavier than 5 pounds, right? Like a dead one looks heavier than 5 pounds.
Yes.
Okay, I just had an idea, but...
They're pretty hefty. Catapulting one of them.
I was going to think about it if it would have worked.
You can catapult something else in the area if you do wish. It doesn't have to be a body. There are plenty of like rocks and tree branches and everything else you could yeet at it if you want to.
Tempting. I did already roll for the bonus action and it missed. I would feel bad casting a spell since I already know it missed.
Okay.
But
All right, so bonus action did miss, so both of those attacks miss this creature. And with that, it's Ruby's turn.
All right, I'm going to shoot it.
Go for it.
Okay. Say 22.
22 hits.
Let's see, double check the map. Okay, I get sneak attack. Uh, 20 points of damage.
20 points. It is barely standing with that 20 points. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide.
All right, roll your stealth.
23.
23, you got it, as you seem to disappear into that tree. And Professor Friedrich, you're up. This thing is looking ragged and haggard. It's barely breathing.
And not on a face, right?
Not on a face.
So I'm going to blast out the skeletal hand and cast Chill Touch on it.
Okay.
29 to hit.
Roll your damage.
7 points of necrotic damage.
How do you wish to do this?
Hey, cool. So as this skeleton goes at it, I'd say it just sort of, maybe the hand grabs it around whatever might be considered its neck. And the mucus all starts to sort of dry up as it shrivels into a little necrotized ball.
Okay. As you see it shrivel into this little leathery ball as all the mucus gets drained from it, you have now taken out all of the cloakers and you have a bunch of dead cloaker bodies surrounding your camp. So you are finished and out of combat. You have cloakers in your camp, the bodies of dead cloakers. But it's still early in the night. You can still get a long rest.
How's everyone doing?
Moist.
Aside the slime as he shakes him off, I'm fine.
Yeah, I really did not think that they were going to attack. I thought they were just oaks.
I didn't even see anything.
Yeah, I was asleep.
Yeah.
But we
What?
handled it.
Yes, and nice hair, Quirin.
Thanks. I don't know how easy it'll wash out, but we'll try.
You want to scoop some up for later?
I'm good leaving it here. They can keep it. The rest of it, I don't want any more.
Okay.
Well, I have a bit sobered up now, but I think I'll still be off to bed if it's all the same.
Yeah. Same.
Pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
All right, good night.
Good night.
And before you all head off to bed, Ro will look at Velphie. Thank you for getting it off my face.
Of course. I don't think any of us wanted it on our face.
Mm-mm.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying too much for me to follow right now.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
And he will go back to his tree, sit under it, and out.
Okay.
And with that, is there anything else you all wish to do before you go back to sleep and start the rest of your watches?
No.
Ruby, you were able to finish your watch. There are no more cloaks. Everything else seems to be quiet for the rest of the evening. And before you know it, your watch is up. Who do you go get?
Go poke Quirin.
Hi, it's my turn.
It is.
No more cloaks or anything?
No more cloaks. No more weird, random looking safe objects sitting in a tree.
Good. That's the way we like it. Before you go to bed, Ruby, I did have one thing. And Quirin just pulls out a little sack of 35 gold, if I recall, and just hands it to her. Beltoff gave me the disappointed dad eyes, and I'm so vulnerable to that. Technically, when I cheated, this is also probably some of yours.
I don't have any purpose for it. You seem to like gold. You can keep it.
Well, okay, I cheated. You deserve something for it. You most likely would have won if I wasn't lying. So,
Well, that's payment. I deserved to win. Ha!
oh, now I want to take it back.
Nope, you can't. There are no takebacks.
We should have taken some of the alcohol with us so you can drink more now and forget this conversation.
Nope. I should have won. Oh, I'm gonna sleep so good. Happy watch.
Yeah, he'll just get up out of frustration. Fine, yeah, go to bed a winner. Yeah, that's fine.
I will.
I walk away. Good night.
Night. She wasn't, she did transform back into adult Ruby, so that wasn't like a child talking. I'm a winner!
Just like kind of passive tasks to do while on watch. I don't know if there's like stream or anything, or even just a puddle anywhere nearby to like just try and wash the hair, get the other slime off.
Roll me a chaos die here. Roll me a D100. If it's above a 50, there's a river.
Damn, no river.
You're SOL. Do you have prestidigitation?
Oh shit, that is right. I do have that.
That
We're gonna
could
use
be
that.
used. All right, you're able to use it. What does your prestidigitation look like?
Probably. I think he often just tries to be really slick with it, so it probably doesn't look like a whole lot. It's like he's doing the same movement that he did like when slicking his hair back with all this ooze stuff, and just doing it again, and then it's just dry.
Okay, so you're able to get that out of your hair and you feel clean as you're able to get yourself cleaned up. Roll me a perception check for your watch.
Uh, 16.
Okay, with a 16, you see little glimmers pop up. You're not quite sure what they are. They're pretty far away, but nothing of note happens during your watch other than that. You do hear the squirrel that is now above your head in one of the tree branches that is just fussing at you. Other than that, nothing else of note.
I think just also throughout the night, just dragging the cloak body things just somewhere a little further away. How close is the squirrel?
It's probably within 30 feet. It's in a branch kind of above your head.
I don't want to like kill it.
Are you sure about that?
I think anything I do would kill it. I think every now and then we'll still respond, even though we're more towards sober at the current moment. I think we'll respond with a few snarls every now and then. Just keep communicating.
Okay. And you all are able to have that conversation, or you both are able to have that conversation as the night progresses and your watch comes to a close. Who are you going to get?
Let's see, I think Fred said something, so we'll go just kick Fred's feet.
Oh. What time is it?
Early. Yet, we still got some time. I know you said you wanted to take this watch. I'm just double checking. I'm more than fine still staying.
No, I need to get up anyway.
All right.
You look much cleaner. I feel like a walking sneeze.
You look like something was shot out of someone's nose, yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Sleep well. As I
So-
self-consciously walk over to somewhere to sit down.
It's not going back to bed, just back to where stuff is to, I don't know, sit, meditate.
Okay. And with that, Professor Friedrich, go and roll me a perception check, please.
17.
With a 17, you see some of the shifts happening very faintly. See maybe one or two throughout the evening. You see some that look dark and see some that look very bright and smell wonderful. But other than that, nothing of note happens during your watch.
Okay, good enough.
And you all are able to take a long rest. You will arrive, as long as nothing happens, to Sydonea tonight. Is there anything you wish to do as you all are getting ready to set out?
I would like to use my ritualistic speak with animals.
Okay. You're able to cast it. Takes 10 minutes to do so.
And then just go see Beatrice. Morning, old friend. How's the disc treating you?
It is really nice, but I feel bad because aren't I supposed to be carrying you, and you've carried me the whole way? I was supposed to help my dearest friend, and I don't feel like I'm doing that.
You are. You're great company. You're great to talk to, and I technically haven't been carrying you either. It just floats and follows me. I just have to walk.
Okay.
We're burdening nothing but the weave around us, which is meant to be used, so...
The weave.
So yes, don't feel burdened or anything. I just wanted to tell you, we will arrive tonight, and I don't know what to expect, but we'll just stay close and keep our eyes open and heads on a swivel like we normally do.
Okay, I'll watch your back the best I can.
And I'll watch yours. And if anything looks off, just bleat.
I can do that.
Okay. I'll get the disc ready for you.
Okay. While you do that, I'm going to take a little bit more of a nap. I'm really tired.
That's understandable. We've been out here a while. I don't think I have anything that would be, like, nice for a nap. Unless Beatrice wants a little bit of a alcoholic drink.
Given your goat alcohol.
Yeah. No, I won't do any of that. We'll just, I'll just, scruff our head a little bit and get the disc ready.
Okay. And you're able to do that. Is there anything anyone else wishes to do before you all head out?
I will also go talk to Beatrice.
Okay.
It's a very nice ride you have. I do trust you now. But I wonder, did you have friends in Sydonea too? You did seem very friendly at the stable. I'm sure if we get there and you meet other animals, there's lots of gossip, right? Wouldn't that be amazing to hear all about everything that's happened since we left? I bet they know it all. I bet they see it all. I bet they burden a lot of it. You seem quite cunning, Beatrice. I thought so. You know stuff. All right. Well, if it is difficult to return, we're all here. And we know that you're probably the toughest one of all of us. I'll give her a little pat on the head.
And you can see her eyes shine a little bit brighter.
Glad we had this chat.
And she gives like the little goat nod and a bleat right after.
And I'll go to my horse and get her geared up for the day, making sure she's not overly anxious.
As always, very overly anxious. As soon as you come over, physical contact, nose has to be touching, something has to be touching, has to be physically connected.
We're gonna work on some words of affirmation. I hear they work wonders.
And you're able to give your horse words of affirmation. And as that's happening, she does seem to relax a little bit, as it's really nice for her. And with that, is there anything else anyone else is doing before you all head off?
I think before we all actually take off, Velphie will kind of clear her throat. Friends, I have a few words that I want to say again to inspire us on this journey that we're taking. This isn't just another mission. This is love. This is family. This is friendship. And here isn't just someone I care about. He's a part of me. And Violet means a lot to Ro, and she's lost in the dark, holding on to whatever hope she has left, and we are that hope. I know that the road ahead of us is dangerous. I know we may bleed, we may break, but we will not stop. Because if there were any of us in chains, we'd hope for someone to come to. And now we are that someone for them. So, as we go on, not just as the curse breakers, but as hearts refusing to give up on the people we care about. And we'll bring them home, no matter what. And that's going to be 15 HP.
Always away with words. So nice.
Well, again, gotta see the positive. Gotta keep the courage. Gotta keep moving.
Shall we?
I'm ready. If you all are.
Sounds like we shall.
Let's go.
And with that, you all are able to start heading towards Sydonea. On your day's travel today, is there anything you all wish to talk about or do on your way there? You will not arrive until nightfall, but if there's nothing you all wish to do, we can go ahead and make our way there.
Nothing here.
Nothing.
I don't think I have anything.
No, I think just mentally preparing for Sydonea.
Okay. With that, Beltov does lead the way. But I think you all can tell he is not happy about having to go back. He's a little uncomfortable. Ro is kind of picking up the pace as you all are getting closer and closer to Sydonea, closer and closer to Violet. Ruby, as you all continue to get closer and closer, those whispers are becoming louder and louder and louder. The sun moves across the sky as you continue your travel. And as you all get closer and the sun is starting to get lower in the sky, the earth starts to crack. You can see these large ravines cutting through the earth like something split it. They're deep but thin here, at least, and they seem to have no bottom. If you glance down into them, they are nothing but dark, pitless voids, something that if you fell into, you don't think you'd ever stop falling. Beltov will lead you all to the edge of the forest near Sydonea. A lot of trees here are snapped in half, like something big plummeted its way towards the city. You all can see the outskirts of the city from here, or at least the remains of it. What used to stand tall no longer does. A symbol of safety, or what used to be safety, is no longer here. Buildings have now collapsed. You see fractured earth widen as you get towards the city. If something fell in, there's no way it would survive. And that crack goes directly through Sydonea. But what shocks you all the most, except for Professor Friedrich since he has seen it? You all see oily, like tentacles stretching towards the sky, coming from these cracks in the earth. They'll occasionally whip towards something and try to grab it. The whispers here, Ruby, are catastrophically loud. And there are so many overwhelming, overlapping voices here.
Her knuckles are white, holding on to the reins, and she's humming a little louder than usual.
As you all see the aftermath of what blowing up that crystal did. There is no life above ground here.
I expected this, but it somehow looks worse than I expected.
I think they're all still here. It's really loud.
Do you think they're drawn here? Do you think they can't escape? Do you think they spent so much time here? That's what's holding them here?
Maybe all of it. Maybe some of it. I don't know. They don't know.
It's a torturous thought that all that time we thought we were fighting this and we were feeding it instead.
You didn't know. You didn't know.
We also didn't know our attack would lead to this either. It's like nothing works.
When a straight line is a zigzag.
Well, it matters little now we're here, right? We have our plan.
Was it the back door? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, we're heading towards the back door. We're not going through what used to be the main gate.
Is there anyone even at the main gate now?
Not really. Sometimes they put sentries, but it's mainly just overwhelmed by what beast came in. Beltov will look at Ro. I did not know it would come to that.
How does Ro react?
Roll an insight.
Well, my insight's not good. Just tell me. 8.
He's ahead of you. He's kind of closer towards Beltov, so you do not see his face in order to get a response. And you cannot tell from his rigid shoulders.
Fair enough. Not to minimize the actions we've taken, but what's done is done, and we are here now. No time to lose our nerve.
Yeah, you did what you thought was right. Hell of an explosion, though.
And you can hear as the tentacles above you cut through the air as they're like trying to grab something. Beltov will lead you towards the forest line where there are 3 jagged rocks. He starts moving moss and branches around from this area, and it reveals a trap door. He whispers something under his breath, and you hear a as it unlocks.
Can we tell what it says?
Yeah, I really want to know.
Roll me perception.
Natural 1.
I got a 16.
Okay, with a 16, he says Astralis.
Astralis.
Yeah, Professor Friedrich, you don't know that, but Ruby, you know that that's the code word for Limbo.
Oh. Okay.
Pulls the door open. Remember, if I tell you to run, you run.
That in mind.
Seraphina should be waiting for us at the end. Leave our mounts here. They will not fit through.
Here with who?
There is a sack of hay off in the corner for them. But no one will be here. If something should happen, they know to run.
What if mounts aren't always mounts? What if they're, like, old friends?
I don't think they can climb down a ladder.
They can if they have no need to climb.
And the hole is rather small. But if you can find a way to get them in, but it would be very tricky to get them out.
The hole, I imagine, is smaller than the disc.
It is.
Well, my speak with animals has gone up. I wouldn't happen to know. Sounds ridiculous, but I need to ask it. Can Beatrice read common?
Beatrice can understand like short sentences, you say?
Can she read, though? And for the record, I assume the answer is no, so I'm not trying to push too hard, but I've never asked this before.
You can try.
Beatrice? Well, I can't even speak to her now. Okay. Beltov, I'm trusting you here. It's imperative that our mounts are safe. As safe as something can be here, I understand the inherent risk, but I wasn't planning on this part of the plan, and it's throwing me a bit when the plan changes.
I promise they are safer out here than they are in there. There is no stable anymore either.
That's fair enough. I'll turn to Beatrice. I know she can't understand me directly, but I'll just stay. Make yourself small. Rest. We'll be back as soon as we can. Good girl. Okay, I'm ready.
Roll me an animal handling check. At advantage, because it's Beatrice.
Okay, for the record, I was considering leaving a scroll of Magnificent Mansion unfurled and just say, read this if someone runs up to you.
Oh, that's so good.
I did get a nat 20 on that for a 22.
Alrighty, with a natural 20, you can tell she understands. And she's now worried because she can't fit through the hole. But it's Beatrice. If this is something you're asking her to do, she'll do it.
Actually have some tea bags left. I think I may just have one. I have two. So I'll leave them with her and say, we'll have this when I get back. And then I'll get ready to go.
Okay.
Put Baymont near Beatrice. Give about the same message. Just telling her to run if something happens. A little scratch on the side of the face and go into the hole.
Roll me animal handling.
5.
He seems real nervous, but that's all you can get.
You'll be okay. We'll be back. And to the hole.
Velphie will do the same and lead Straya over, stroke her neck, push her tongue in. You run if there's danger.
Roll me an animal handling check.
9.
You don't know what persona, or not Beatrice, Straya is giving off. The tongue just keeps blepping.
I'm just gonna hope you understand. And then she'll give one last tap and then head over to the entrance.
Okay.
Ruby dismounts, walks away, then walks back, walks away. Then one more time, walks back. All right, you can't come with me. Remember what we talked about? You're brave. You're smart. Your horseshoes are so shiny. And give her a little pat.
Roll me an animal handling check.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. You don't know what's going through this horse's mind, but this horse looks nervous as shit. Anxiety is through the roof as those big chestnut eyes are just looking at you like, please don't go.
Oh, I am not attached, but I'm really sorry. Bye.
And you all are able to start making your way to this hole, this tiny hole that has a ladder that leads straight down. And you all are able to, Beltov goes down first, checks everything, and you hear a little whistle that gives you a clear. And you're all able to go down this ladder, and it feels like it goes on and on and on as you all are underground, pretty far underground. Looks like this has been a tunnel that has been made not too terribly long ago. There is no natural light. Beltov will grab a torch and light it, and this tunnel looks like it goes on for ages.
If it's that dark, if Quirin can position himself at the back of the group, if Baltoff is in front at the back of the group, and then just take out the flame tongue and ignite it to have a light at the back too.
You got it. So you all have a decent amount of light. But even with both back and forwards having a torch, you cannot see the end of this tunnel yet.
I think Ruby starts to just start replaying things in her head, and for a moment has a little bit of anxiety, having like just told about a past betrayal. Can she do an insight check on Beltov? Just to make sure that he's not overly sure, that this isn't like some sort of like how Antir is, disguised as Sea Pear. Like, she wants to make sure that this is still like Beltov and he's not overly like, I don't know, confident in like the route he's traveling, like leading us into the lion's den kind of thing.
Okay, so you're trying to make sure that they didn't plant a spy too. Go ahead and roll me insight on Beltov at advantage since you know Beltov so well.
Okay. Oh, it is a natural 20.
Okay.
So 26.
With a 26, you know that this is Beltov. Nothing
Okay.
he has done has made it seem like he is not himself. If anything, with a natural 20, Beltov's scared. Beltov does not want to be here. Beltov does not like it here. You can see like these little nervous ticks that he's started doing as he is going back into Sydonea. And he's trying to put on a brave face and not doing very well at it.
I think with that, Ruby would just try to do her best to keep up with the party, but maybe start a little bit of stealth. Like, really trying to be like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna make it work. I don't want to cause any, like, alarm.
Okay.
I'm just following along.
Staying on
just-
guard and following. Sorry.
Okay. With that, it takes a while as you all are walking. Beltov's leading you down this corridor, and you finally start to see some light coming through a door at the end of the tunnel with what feels like forever. You see Beltov will snuff his torch, leave it there, and then look at Quirin to do the same.
And he does.
He continues towards the door. He peeks out of it, looking like he's looking for something. And he cracks it open. Gives you the sign to move forward. And he walks out the door.
Velphie follows.
Following, but trying to be a little sneaky.
Okay, with
Same.
roll me stealth checks then.
Uh, 31.
18.
And Ruby?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know I was. Yeah, I'm stealthing too. Let's do it. Okay, that is 23.
Okay. Really high rolls, because you three said you were stealthing. Velphie,
Mhm.
you just walked out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just following Beltov.
Just following Beltov. And as you all make your way out that door, you all see the underground for the very first time. At least two of you. The underground barely has any natural lighting. There is only one hole in the ceiling on the clear other side of the city that used to let natural light flow through. But other than that, the only light source you all have are magically lit torches that provide a golden light on this reddish hue stone. You all see a black, thick, oily trunk coming from the center of the underground straight up. And it looks like it ripples. Like it is alive. Like it's made of these oily branches, oily tentacles, the same kind that you saw that are above ground. Its source is in here. In the underground. Velphie and Professor Friedrich, you both know the underground was built in case topside crashed if there was an emergency. This was built to be a scapegoat to get away, to survive in case everything topside was ruined. And you notice it is louder in here than the last time you were here. There are a lot more people here. The underground has multiple man-made layers that are each accessible by multiple staircases that you can see that are coming down. And as you count it, you are 13 layers deep. This layer is full of old, small homes that are carved into the stone that are filled with people fleeing from topside. Oh, good, you're here. Been waiting for you. You see a woman with white hair, greenish blue eyes that are rimmed with this smudged coal. And she's giving you a wide grin as she stares at you all come out of that door, as she has been eyeing that door waiting for you. And then you see her skin ripple like little cubes are flipping upside down as you see her pale skin go to that of a darker skin tone, and she shrinks in height as you see a little boy in front of you. This way, my friends. And that's where we're going to call tonight's session.
Oh.
Okay.
Who? What?
Thank you so much for watching Session 42 of the Order of Narvosc. Session 43 will be out on June 27th. Please make sure to check out our players' social media accounts as well. You can find those links in the description below. And lastly, if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please press that like button, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you get notified when Session 43 comes out. Remember to be the light that drives out the darkness, adventurer. We'll see you soon.